Jaguar XJ Super V8.
Right, second episode. So I ended up taking off the upper wishbone as well because the rubber on that side has had it, and the rubber on the ball joint it's on its way out as well, really. Again, the joints themselves aren't worn out, but they're not going to last very long during the winter. I'm not going to drive the car every day or anything, but during the winter when there's a lot of rain and salt on the roads, so I took that off. Right, these are the items I bought from S&G. XR887598 or 9BU. I bought 2 bags of those, so I've looked at them today. I haven't actually got them out the bags yet, but unfortunately there seems to be basically these are the right ones. These are nothing like as big. So these ones, I think if I just have a quick measure, these were 46 external diameter across the shell. It's 30mm. I'm not going to get these out of the bag because I want to take these back. These are 41. The width across the shell is 24. So those are no good. So I'm going to have to go back to the shop for those. Yeah, so apart from that, I've done some work on the car. I've basically cleaned up the subframe. I haven't painted it or anything yet. I've done most of this side. Rubbed down all the crusty, rusty nastiness. And another thing I did was I fitted those blind-o-matic lights onto my creeper. So now I can lie down on there and get under here. I can see clearly. That's about before I started. I was just happened to be looking at these again and noticed there is actually a difference in the wishbone bushes as well. So one's 58.8 according to that, 58.9. It's going to be for a 60mm gap. The other one is 53.94, so it's going to be for a 54mm gap. And then I fitted one of these the other day. I had a bit of trouble because the casting is like that. There's, the two faces aren't parallel to each other. You have to push it in that way with the larger tool on the outside of that casting, so it's square. When the pusher tool came up to like there, basically it was interfering with that part of the casting. So I went over to see Kev across the way and asked him if he had any bits of pipe, and he found me that, which is just happened to be a perfect fit. Pieces like exhaust pipe, I think it is. It's just a bit of stainless steel pipe that measures 48 on the outside and 45.3 on the inside. That was ideal. That worked just right. Anyway, by pure good luck, that one on there that I've been supplied with is a 54. The one here, that's a 54. The other one on the actual outside one that attaches onto the hub is a 60. So I'm going to have to go back down to S&G again and to speak to Tom, who's been very helpful. I'll take all this with me, so I can just show him straight off. Like, this is what I want. So it's, you know, there's been some mix-up basically. Right, still waiting for the correct upper wishbones to come for the rear from Berkshire Jag. I couldn't get them. I couldn't get the lower outer bushes from S&G. They don't stock them. I've contacted Berkshire Jag and ordered some of these, but apparently they don't sell them either. So they sell basically one of these, which is it's the inner spherical bearing for the wishbone on the back, but they come with a couple of big thick washers basically to pack it out. So these are 60mm long, these are 54mm long. Anyway, took the sensors off the back, the ride height sensors. I've cleaned them up a bit. They suffer quite badly with corrosion on the frame, on the body. Inside is aluminium and it just disintegrates. So what I've done is JB welded some little studs in there. Those nuts are just there for installation. Once the JB welder's set, I'll remove those nuts and I'll be able to put my new brackets on. I bought some new brackets from a guy on the XJ 350 admirers group and owners group on Facebook. He sells the stainless steel brackets for the height sensors. Let me just crawl underneath and show you what I've done. So I've curisted the whole rear subframe as far as I can. It's still drying. I've been unable to get right up to the top there. Really needs to come off. The subframe's got to come down for a complete cleaner. But what I'm going to do is get some either Lanagard. I've got some Dinitrol, to be honest. I was thinking I'll just use that and just douse the whole thing in it.
Super VA, yeah, Super VA. Jaguar XJ, Super VA. Long wheel, base wheel, leather and wood. Lamb's wool rug, that feels so good. Fuel injected, quad cam, haters gonna hate. Beautiful X-ray, Super VA.
There's the old strap, there's the new strap. This bracket has got to be fitted onto there. We'll do that now.
Super VA, oh Super VA. Got my foot down, never gonna be late. Super VA, yeah, Super VA. Super VA, yeah, Super VA.
driving, Liam. Get the light up there. Cleaned up the bracket, and I basically just put a bit of tape around the new stainless steel strap, and I glued it. I put it on with insulation tape in the end because it won't dig into the back of their fuel tank. Like, you know, if I used a nut and bolt or anything like that, I was thinking I could weld it, but it's, you know, when you weld something, you're going to introduce a bit of corrosion into it, aren't you? So even if you use stainless steel wire, I think, you know, I'd rather just, it was just easier just to tape it on, to be honest. That's more than enough. Yeah, so both sides done. That wasn't too difficult, really. Use some long reach pliers to put the pins back in this end, and then just a 13mm socket on an extension to undo it. Not too difficult, really. Right, long story short, I tried to press this bushing. This was the last one. Did that one, that was fine. Then the other arm, that was all fine. This one didn't go in square. I knocked it back out again, cleaned up the inside of the case with a Dremel and a little linishing drum thing. Put it back in, wouldn't go in square again. It just wouldn't go in square. So just a sort of desperate do or die effort, I just cranked it in, and it didn't it didn't work, unfortunately, and I've damaged the boot. I've scrapped that. This is now scrap. I can actually see, if I get the camera in there, where it's sort of peeled over the inside of the casting. Let's focus on that. Anyway, so yeah, that's ruined. Anyway, I've ordered a new one, a length order from Berkshire Jag, because they've been very good. They sent me the wrong wishbones for the upper wishbones which I ordered. They came and they were front wishbones, so I emailed them. They immediately sent me some correct ones, and with a free return label to send back the old stuff. I was very happy about that. Next job is to do the diff oil. Bought one of these. This is going to hurt you more than it hurts me. Sort of a suction syringe thing to hoover out the oil. I've got some various different bits of pipe here, including some brake line, which I'm probably going to have to use, I would imagine. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So I'm going to stick that in the diff now. Show you the paintwork I've done on the old subframe. All nice and freshly painted. Very awkward little thing to paint, really. Lots of nooks and crannies and hidden angles to get to. Ow! Most of it, apart from obviously the bits I can't get to. It's looking alright, looking pretty good. I've done the stuff that's exposed to the road, and the wheels probably, you know, next to the wheels and the road are probably the things that have got the worst corrosion, but altogether it wasn't too bad actually. Surface rust. I was just about to say, look at this lovely syringe that I bought. I realised the end, which wasn't there, was crucial to it working. So I've got an old petrol can. Well, it is old now, fucking useless now, because I've just drilled a hole in the lid. Screwed the fitting into that. Just so happens this petrol can lid fits on the end of that. It's one I prepared earlier. And shove that on there, tight. Yeah. That's going to work, I think. And that can go on there.
A magnificent automobile you have there, young man. I think you really like to drive it when you can. Going on a journey I bet you're never late with its supercharged quad cam injected V8. Super V8. Oh, Super V8. Super V8. Yeah, it gets you where you're going in luxury and style. Munching up the road for mile after mile. Cruising along, it is surely smooth and quiet. One day if I can, I would really like to try it. Super V8, oh, oh, oh yeah. Super V8, oh, oh, oh. Super V8, oh, oh, oh yeah. Well, truth be known, it needs a little care. Some new bushes here, cooling pipe over there. Give him time and love and I'll fix it up just great. And take you for a ride in my Super V8. Super V8, oh, oh, oh yeah. Super V8, oh, oh, oh. Super V8, oh, oh, oh yeah. Super V8, oh, oh, oh.
That's fucking horrible. It stinks. I hate the smell of transmission fluid or gear oil. Automatic transmission fluid's okay. Dextron 2 is nice. I don't like this stuff though. It's horrible. 800 on the dot, so there's more to come.
Super V8, oh, oh, oh yeah. Super V8.